nicht mehr raus.
Alright, welcome back, guys. Wizards382K here. Now, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, and I do apologize. No explanation, no reason. Just haven't. I've been enjoying Destiny quite a bit. I do have some more raid video footage. This is what this is. Currently, I'm a level 29, no raid armor hunter. I do use the gunslinger, I do use the blade dancer, I switch back and forth, but I found out that when I'm doing boss fights, more or less I'm sticking with the gunslinger just because I have more range, and that's about it, actually. That's about the only reason. If I get some precision kills, I get reload and stability, because that's how I have it set up for mine as well. Now, this video is just part one of the little montage I'm going to do for this. It's going to be straight playthroughs. That's going to be all it is. It's not going to be this or that. You know, I'm not going to go, hey, you know, watch this hour-long one I'm doing in sections, so it's not so long. I did cut a lot out from it because it took us an hour and a half on the last bit because we kept screwing up here or there, or we did something a little wrong, stuff like that. Overall, it didn't take too terribly long to get in. We took a little bit with the Templar. Didn't go as fast as we could have with that. So it wasn't a gigantic issue, guys. I mean, it was still pretty decent overall, with that being said. Now, another thing to notice with my gun setup, as you can see, I'm using a Void fusion rifle, a arc heavy machine gun. The Swarm is actually what I'm using for my heavy, and my fusion rifle is Dead Orbits. I cannot remember the name of it right now. I'm sorry about that as well. And I'm also using, to start with, Shero's Regime. I use it as a fully automatic scout rifle, pretty much, because when I aim down the sights, that's basically what it is. It does increase damage, but it's more towards the auto rifle side of it. And when you get done to the last bit of the clip, it increases its damage quite a bit, which isn't too bad. So it's an auto rifle that shoots at a fully auto scout rifle, give or take, rate of fire. That's why I like it. It gives me pretty good precision, and like I said, if I get precision kills, I increase my stability and my reload, so it gets really nice. After we get through here and do a couple things, you will notice I actually switch over to my exotic scout rifle that I have, because I want that more pinpoint accuracy when I take shots. It'll kill oracles a little faster than Shero's Regime, at least I feel it does. And also, I'm able to take out hobgoblins at a distance a lot faster when it comes down to the oracles and the Templar. With that all being said, we had a good time, and we were messing around, having fun. If I am correct on this one, we did start with a guy, Frenchie, and I feel kind of bad for him. Like, I really do. It was messed up. I don't know if he got it done last night or not, but he had to leave, and we were fighting Antheon. He left, give or take, probably about a half hour till we won. So he left. He's like, dude, I'll be back in about 30-ish minutes, give or take. And it was about 30 minutes when he got back. And he's like, so where you guys at, man? How you know, do you still need help? And you still in there? I'm like, dude, we just beat it. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, we literally just beat it. You got back on, and we're sitting here looking at our gear we just got. I'm not joking you. So it was kind of nice. I didn't get a whole lot, like, literally whenever I do the raid, I don't get a whole lot of stuff for it every time. I've been in the raid twice now, to where it's been reset, and today I'm going to jump back on and get into it again after I beat the Nightfall. The Nightfall this week is Winter's Run, and it's a little bit of a heartache because normally they put some weird skulls on to contradict, you know, you can't get ammo for the weapon you're using, or it's light switch or something like this, more melee damage. No, this week it's the epic plus all three burns. So you have arc burn, void burn, solar burn, plus the Nightfall skull as well. So it's got a little bit of a screw you montage, I feel, because the end boss has a little bit of all the damage. The boss is solar, he has a void guy in there, and on top of that there is arc everywhere. So I mean, it's kind of a like but being that is that what it is, I was hoping for a solar burn because I did get a weapon out of the raid from beating Antheon. I got the scout rifle, which does solar damage. So with that being said, you know, it's a beast with it. The servers went down today. For me, it was 10 o'clock. and we were on the boss. If I went full auto on him, I might have been able to kill him one time if I didn't die myself. It is what it is. But back to the raid. So every time I've done it, I've gotten 2 weapons out of it so far. I have Found Verdict, which is an arc-type shotgun that when you level it up, you have the ability to do more damage towards oracles. Now, that shotgun, I do believe, is only really going to be good during the Templar phase. Because since it does more damage to, and I say this, oracles, it will be a better shotgun. I need to level it up because I'm going to take into the raid this time, so I can do that. I'm also going to use it for when we have, do it on hard mode, you get detained on Antheon as well. And it's really good for Antheon shields. It helps, or the detainment shields, it drops them pretty quick in a couple shots, so that's nice. With all that being said, guys, all the other stuff I got, set of materials. Which, I'm not complaining about getting the set of materials, because trust me, I need them. I've recently got a crap ton of exotic weapons. I have 5 primary, 2 specials, and 1 heavy. So I have Super Good Advice, Pocket Infinity, Invective. So that's a heavy machine gun, a fusion rifle, and a shotgun. And then for my primaries, I have Red Death. I purchased that from Xur. I have Shiro's Regime. Purchased that from Xur. Bad Juju. Got it from the Bounty. It's supposed to be getting a buff, I do believe, next week. I think that's what I've heard, rumored. Hopefully that is what it is. Along with Thorn, I have that one too, and it's supposed to be getting a buff as well. And then I do have, what was the other one? So that's 4. I did get 1 weapon out of an engram, actually. I was quite astounded that I got it. It's the multi-tool. It's a scout rifle. That's the one you'll see me use later on. It's not bad. It's nice. It's got a hair trigger, so as soon as you pull that trigger, it fires. It's like having a trigger stop if you own a scuff. So you know what it's like? Hey, I don't own a scuff. So for me, it's kind of nice. With all that being said, guys, the raid is still no joke. Even if you have a great team on Pantheon, it takes a while to get through. It is a beast to do. We did this one, I thought we did it a lot quicker than we actually are, but apparently we didn't. It took a while. It just seemed like it went by fast. We lost the Spire, I think, once or twice. Other than that, it went pretty quick. It was fun. I know you can do the Spire within a few minutes if you don't lose the plate at all. But, you know, it's not that bad. It's not a big deal. It can take 30 minutes if you guys aren't the greatest. And if it takes you 30 minutes, unless you get people that know what to do on the final end of it, you guys probably ain't going to beat the raid. I mean, it's not a joke. It's not a gimmick. It's not easy either. It gets difficult later on. With all that being said, I have gotten stuck in the raid 3 different times. 3 different groups. Okay. This was my final group, and if it didn't work, I was going to say, screw this, I'm done. Because 3 different groups. First group, we were already irritated by the time we got there. Okay. People weren't listening proper. People were not doing what they're supposed to. It happens. When you get there, you have to have complete control. Everybody has to communicate. Everybody has to talk. Everybody has to let you know what you're good and not good at. If you don't, I can tell you right now, you will not beat the raid and you might as well give up. With that being said, it's not easy, but it's not hard. If you all listen and you do what you're supposed to, and if you have the ability to, you will beat it. Not that big of a deal. If you don't have the ability in one aspect or another, you need to let the person that's trying to control the raid as the raid leader know so they can move you guys to where you need to go to get it done proper. Here we're getting the chest, and I do go through where all the chests are that I know of, unless there's any other ones. If anybody can let me know, great. But I've already got my stuff out of here, and as you can tell, most everybody's already got the chest, and then I went retarded and took the wrong path, like me being me. So not everybody here had the chest, so that's why we restarted it. Otherwise, I would have started on the last boss right away, because that's where I was at. Sorry, I got a little bit of hiccups. I decided to have a little fun with my Sparrow, see if I can make some crazy long distant jumps with it. It's just a rare, it's not a legendary, it doesn't have the max speed. It looks pretty nice, and with the chatter white shader, it looks pretty good with this Sparrow. I will say that for a fact. So I think I'll keep this Sparrow when I upgrade it, and just keep it just because, not get rid of it later on when I get Timebreaker, if I get Timebreaker. So here we had a little trouble on a couple times. I think we lost the Conflux once. I'm not sure. I don't remember. You got to remember, guys. I've played this section 4 different times. We got stuck. The second time I went through it was with the same raid group we did the first time. We got stuck at the end, and we got stuck on the oracles. I pretty much rage quit because I was getting irritated because people were going, and I'm not naming names. If you guys watch these videos and you know who you are, you know who you are. But they're telling me there is no oracle over there. There's no oracle. Well, where I sit for the oracles, I can see 6 out of 7. Now, I can't shoot 6 out of 7 unless I move. But I can see 6 out of 7 oracles. So when I don't see an oracle, and I say, because I sit on the right side, actually about where I was just shooting roughly, I sit on this ledge right after that light there. That's where I sit. Because I can literally see 6 out of 7 oracles if I'm up there. Now, I'm also the biggest target because I can get hit by almost all the hobgoblins. I can get hit by over half of them at that point from sitting right there. It's a thing I take because this way, if somebody doesn't see it and I hear it, I know where it's at. If left side can't see it because where they're at, I can tell them it's the hidden one. There's 3 that spawn on the left, 3 that spawn on the right, and 1 that spawns in the center. Kind of where the conflict is now. It's about 20 feet in front of the conflict where it is now. It's down right after the steps. And they said, there's none on the left. There's none on the left. Well, there's none on the right. That one's not there. I can't see the 2 on the left because they're not glowing, so they're not there. So that leaves 1 oracle I can't see. So I ran to it because they're telling me it's not there and screaming and getting rude. And I go, really? Then why am I shooting it right now? I missed it by 1 shot because I was 1 second too late. If I got there a second sooner, we wouldn't have been marked by that oracle. We got marked. I rage quitted because people weren't listening and people were getting irritated and going, oh, I know what to do, and da-da-da, I know where everything is, and then they didn't know where everything was. It's, guys, if somebody knows where all the stuff spawns and knows the way to do it, don't tell me that it's not there. With my groups, unfortunately, normally I get promoted to party leader, raid leader, whatever you want to call it. I find that irritating. I don't like it. I don't want to be the guy to tell you how to do the game because I'm here to have fun. If you don't know, I will inform you. But if you get rude and crude and say it's not there because you're being headstrong and being a total jackass, well, guess what? I'm going to call you on it and I'm going to get really pissed. Straight up as it is. Because if I know it's there and you're being rude and you're not paying attention and you're saying this or that, I'm going to do it. That goes for everybody. I don't care if you're my best friend. I don't care if you're a peon to me. That's how it's going to be. This is a game. This is what I like to do. I don't like people sitting there going, oh, I know everything, and then falsify their information. I know I do it sometimes, and I do apologize. It does happen. It accidentally can happen. It is, and that's just it. So that's what happened, and then we got stuck on Antheon. All the other times I keep getting stuck on Antheon, the last part, we get through the portals and we just get stuck on the boss itself because people have a hard time coordinating or have a hard time to execute. With that being said, guys, peace out.